In the annals of UFO lore, no incident has sparked as much curiosity and speculation as the Roswell, New Mexico crash. This event, which took place in July 1947, has been the subject of countless investigations, research projects, and conspiracy theories. But despite the passage of time, the Roswell incident continued to captivate the public and remains one of the cornerstones of extraterrestrial mythology. The year was 1947, a period of rapid technological advancement, but also a rise in geopolitical tensions with the Cold War setting in. Also, against this backdrop, an unassuming ranch near Roswell, New Mexico, became the epicenter of an enigma that will still reverberates today. The Roswell Incident, involving a mysterious crash and subsequent whirlwind of military activity, unleashed a wave of questions that have yet to be definitively answered. Now, in the summer of 1947, a rancher named Mac Brazel discovered a field of strange debris on his property near Roswell, New Mexico. Now, the wreckage, unlike anything Brazel had seen before, was scattered across a large area. According to reports, debris consisted of metallic rods, thin as paper, and also incredible durable pieces, plastic-like material with unfamiliar symbols. Now, this discovery quickly attracted the attention of the local sheriff and the military. And Major Jesse Marcel, an intelligence officer from the nearby Roswell Army Air Force, was dispatched to investigate. Marcel collected debris and also reported his findings to his superiors. Accounts of the scene paints a picture of something quite extraordinary. The debris field was expansive, covering an area about 3/4 of a mile long and several hundred feet wide. The material found was peculiar. The metallic pieces was described as real lightweight, yet remarkably robust, exhibiting properties not commonly associated with conventional materials of the time. Now, the strange symbols that adorn some of these fragments added another layer of intrigue to the already mysterious incident. Now, Brazel, having initially thought a little of the debris, became aware of its potential significance after hearing the reports of a flying disc on the radio. Concerned, he reported his findings to the Shaft County Sheriff, George Wilcox, who promptly reached out to the Air Force Base, and then the military response was like swift. Soldiers like scoured the debris field, gathering up all the material and effectively sealing off the crash site. Major Marcel, having been involved in an initial recovery operation, was deeply confused by the debris. His bewilderment stemmed not just from the strange physical properties of the wreckage, but also its sheer volume. In his later statements, Marcel expressed his doubt that the debris could come from a weather balloon, and the reaction of the military, the physical attributes of the debris side, the size of the debris field, and the cryptic symbol, all factors have fueled ongoing speculation about the incident. Now, the absence of clear explanation for these anomalies make the Roswell crash one of the most compelling mysteries in the UFO history. Now, records that could have provided definitive answer was reportedly destroyed or misplaced, adding to the fuel of conspiracy. Moreover, the Roswell incident occurred during a time of increased UFO sighting, later dubbed as the 1947 UFO wave. Now, these sightings were reported across the United States, adding to the public curiosity and unease. Now, this period was of the heightened UFO activity coupled with the crazy Roswell crash. The Roswell incident is not merely about an unexplained crash. It's about the reflective of the broader social political landscape of the time. The event occurred in an intersection of public interest in extraterrestrial life with the widespread Cold War anxieties and the government secrecy. This confluence factors ensure that the mystery of the Roswell crash continues to captivate the imaginations, prompting us to question our understanding of our world and what lies beyond. The military initial response to the Roswell incident was to issue a press release stating that the flying disc had been recovered from a ranch near Roswell. Now, this statement, however, was quickly retracted. The official change was first to a weather balloon, then to a top secret spy balloon from Project Mogul, a classified operation aimed at monitoring Soviet nuclear tests. Now, the shifting of the narratives fueled public suspicion and gave a rise to myriad of conspiracy theories. Many believe that the government was covering up the crash of an extraterrestrial spacecraft. Some witnesses even claimed that they have seen the alien bodies at the crash sites and claimed that the government vehemently denied. Notably, the first press release issued by the Air Force, authored by the Public Information Officer Walter Halt, he openly described the wreckage as a flying disc. That this was like a terminology associated with the growing UFO phenomenon of the time. Within hours, this statement was superseded by a second press release from the 8th Air Force Headquarters in Fort Worth, Texas, by the order of General Roger Ramey. This release identified the recovered debris as a weather balloon, a stark contrast to the initial communication. Now, the prompt contradiction between the two official military statements sparked a public distrust. This was further blown up in the 1990s when the Air Force published 2 reports stating that the alleged recovered aliens were in fact some crash test dummies used in a high-altitude parachute drop. This late addition to the narrative, introduced almost a half a century after the incident, only fueled more skepticism. Now, critics argue that the shift in narrative could be seen as an attempt to hide the truth and suggesting a huge cover-up. Now, some witnesses, including former military personnel stationed at Roswell, claim to have been coerced into silence or compelled to alter their testimony to align with the official narrative. But over time, these changes in the official story, the alleged intimidation of witnesses, and the lack of definitive, transparent information have cultivated a sense of mistrust toward the official explanation. An intriguing twist in the narrative comes from Glenn Dennis, a local funeral home worker. His account added to a whole new level of depth and speculation to the Roswell incident. Now, Dennis claimed that in days following the crash, he received an unusual call from the military asking about some seal castics and preservation techniques used for bodies that's exposed to element for a few days. He was later reported ushered away from the base under threats after he delivered the consignment of the small child-sized coffin. Furthering the intrigue, Dennis alleged that there was a nurse at the Air Force Base that informed him that she witnessed the alien autopsies. Now, according to his account, she describes the bodies as small, disproportionately large heads and long extremities. This narrative, shocking at the time, remains one of the most sensational claims related to the Roswell incident. These accounts, unverified, significantly stoked the flames of extraterrestrial speculation. Now, Dennis' story was latched onto by ufologists and conspiracy theories as compelling evidence of a cover-up. Now, even though these claims are largely dismissed by the skeptics and hearsay, they add to a whole new dimension to the already complex web of Roswell mystery. But over time, they have become part of the lore and the legend that surrounds the Roswell incidents, contributing to its status as one of the most famous and debated UFO cases in history. Aside from the Glenn Dennis, there was 2 other notable figures that linked to the Roswell incident that added to the complexity of the intrigue of the narrative. Jesse Marcel Sr. and his son, Jesse Marcel Jr. Jesse Marcel Sr., the intelligence officer who was originally dispatched to the crash site, played a significant role in shaping the Roswell story. Despite the official weather balloon explanation, Marcel maintained until his death in 1986 that the materials retrieved from the crash site was not of this world. He argued that the debris he handled was unlike any aircraft that he was familiar with, adding to the credence that the theory that the wreckage could have been extraterrestrial. Now, his son, Jesse Marcel, who was only 11 years old in 1947, also claimed to have seen the debris. He later described the materials nothing made from this earth, and echoing his father's sentiment. Now, Marcel Jr. continued to speak about the incident throughout his life, reinforcing his father's belief in extraterrestrial origin of the wreckage. When you include these two figures, it deepens the Roswell story. The testimony of Jesse Marcel Sr., due to his military role as a first-hand experience at the crash site, carries significant weight. Now, add his son's account, Marcel Jr., although seen through the eyes of a child, also add a familiar dimension that humanizes the story. Their combined accounts raise further questions about what was found at Roswell and the persistence in disputing the official narrative that continues to fuel the debates about the incident. In the years following Roswell incident, the story has been revisited, re-examined, and reinterpreted countless of times. UFO researchers, amateurs, curious individuals all tried to uncover the truth behind the Roswell, New Mexico UFO crash. Despite the big secret keepers' claim that the incident was nothing more than a crashed spy balloon, many remain unconvinced. Now, the Roswell incident has become the symbol of the government secrecy and the possibility of an extraterrestrial life. Even today, as this video is being recorded, as we approach the 76th anniversary of the event, the mystery of Roswell, New Mexico UFO crash continues to captivate and intrigue. In fact, the intrigue surrounding events has grown over time, invigorating by a steady flow of books. You got documentaries, films exploring the events, every conceivable angle possible. The incident has become embedded into pop culture, appearing in episodes of TV series like The X-Files and Star Trek Deep Space Nine, inspiring movies such as Roswell, which delves into the events and the conspiracy theories surrounding the incident. The persistence of public fascination has led to a number of formal and informal investigations over the years. In 1994, the U.S. Air Force conducted an internal review of the Roswell incident, resulting in a report, the Roswell Report, Fact versus Fiction in the New Mexico Desert. This report, while aiming to put the theories to rest, arguably stimulated more debate to the conclusion that the incident was a result of a classified Project Mogul balloon crash. The city of Roswell itself has embraced a unique place in history. It now hosts an annual UFO festival attracting thousands of UFO enthusiasts and curiosity seekers from around the world. The International UFO Museum and the Research Center located in Roswell provides visitors with an in-depth look at the Roswell incident, along with a broad range of related information. But despite the proliferation of information and interpretation, no consensus have been reached when it comes truly down to Roswell in 1947. This unresolved mystery keeps the Roswell incident alive in the collective consciousness, making it one of the most endearing and fascinating cases of our time. The Roswell, New Mexico crash remains a monumental event in our shared history, one that continuously stirs curiosity and speculation. For over 7 decades, this incident has ignited imaginations, spurred countless theories, and prompted in-depth investigations, all in the effort to reveal what truly happened in the summer of 1947. From the accounts of unfamiliar debris to the shifting narratives of the official report and pop culture phenomenon that the incident has become, Roswell continues to be the beacon of those who quest for the truth. And it's the curiosity of the truth seekers that keep this legacy of Roswell alive and serving as a testament to our collective yearning to understand the unknown. While the government explanations have attempted to quell public fascination, they have arguably only fueled the fire of intrigue. And as we delve deeper into the 21st century, armed with every evolving scientific tools and expanded cosmic explorations, the Roswell incident persists in our quest for clarity. But why the big secret? It's essential, though, for truth seekers not to be deterred. After all, it is our nature to seek the answers, to explore the unknown, and to question the status quo. We may never fully understand what happened in Roswell in 1947, but each question that we ask, each theory that we propose, each piece of evidence re-examined brings us one step closer to the understanding. Your eyes are useless when your mind is blind. It's time to think why. We're always looking to add news truth seekers to our street team. Go over to RoderickSecret.com, go over to the merch department, order your Truth Seeker shirt. Definitely take advantage of our free shipping today. I'm Roderick Martin, and I leave you with these words of Roderick Secret. We want you to unlock, unveil, and unleash the truth.